Hi, this is Laurie Yoon from Dutchy. This is my post vlog for week 7, lesson 7, which is chapter 5, part 2 of the 3 lessons of Jo Flom. This week the students had to create a project describing an ideal career, and I asked the students to put them into a 2-part presentation. So the first part was a Magisto video, a movie showing a day in the life of someone working in their ideal career. Part 2 was just a presentation using S-Note or PowerPoint. So I want to start off with the things that pose a little bit of a challenge, and then I'll describe how I overcame them. So the first thing was timing. Even though I knew Magisto took a long time to reformat a video with music and a new background, there was still a little bit of chaos on the first day. I thought I timed it out with enough time for them to edit, refilm, but unless you started videoing in the beginning of the 3rd hour, that wasn't going to happen. So for my 2nd and 3rd class, I put a timer on my TV using an application that has a speaking timer, and I told them that everyone had to have all the props, signs, everything ready to film at the beginning of the 3rd hour. So doing that allowed the students to film, refilm, and even take the edited Magisto product and do a second copy if they really wanted to. With any of the remaining time, of course, that went into finalizing the script and finalizing the PowerPoint presentation. The second thing that posed a little bit of a challenge was asking the students to create a quote. So I asked them to create a 2 to 5 sentence quote describing the relationship between effort and reward, and I think that concept was a little bit too difficult for them. So what really helped was the quote that's on page 11, and it was taken out of the book on page 175 to 176. It was a lesson that we learned from Alex Williams, and basically this is a quote describing hard work and the benefits of hard work, which is basically effort and reward. So I asked the students, I gave them a little activity to paraphrase the sentence and make it their own, and then they voted on the best quote, and I asked them to then take that and incorporate that into their introduction, kind of like a hook sentence for the presentation, and it really, I think, made the quality of their presentation a little bit better than previous presentations. Now for the things that worked well. Using a very detailed list of tasks separated into the 2 stages, stage 1 being the development writing stage, stage 2 being the creation, filming, finalization stage, helped a lot. So we're just about to start the final project. I'm going to give you a checklist of things to do. Stage 1 is the writing stage. Everybody must do this together. Step 1, step 2, step 3, together. That's this stage, and I will show you how in 1 second. Stage 2 is, I labeled it creation stage. That's where you have to actually take the video, make the Magisto, make the script, and make the PowerPoint presentation. So that's stage 2. We will complete stage 1. So there's 3 parts of stage 1. Joshua, what is part 1 of stage 1? Excellent. You can see here, I box right here. So effort and reward, 2 to 5 sentence quote.
Wait, could you write on this instead of the tab?
Of course. Now, in the autonomy section, again, I will send you another media card. So in the media card, Christina, can you read that for me? Autonomy?
5 to 10 sentences describing the following working hours per day and per week, holiday vacation time, level of control and power within the job.
Excellent. So those you will write together. Okay. Having all the group members plan and brainstorm the ideas for what's going to be in the script, put everybody on the same page so that when they did go into filming and creating the PowerPoint and the script, they didn't get confused and they knew exactly what to do. They could just refer back to that page. Also, I put in very detailed guidelines and questions that I wanted to be answered in their presentation. So if there was a moment where a student was like, oh teacher, now what do? I would ask them, go back to that paper and make sure that you've checked everything off that list. Sure enough, of course, if that ever happened, the student didn't finish the list and then they had something to do. So everyone was working all the time in class, which is a very good thing. A second thing that helped was using the chart of desirability factors of a job. I screenshot that and I gave it to the students in a media card in the ideate page. That way, when they were going through the meaningfulness section, they could just remember easily what their group thought the 3 top factors of a job would be for desirability and meaningfulness. And the third thing is to ask the students when they create a presentation to have it 80% visual and 20% text. So basically the only text that went in there was the titles, so effort and reward, meaningfulness, autonomy, and the rest of it was just visual. And I think it was easier for the presentation maker to do that. Secondly, it just looked nicer. Instead of having a bunch of words on the TV, the kids were definitely more focused in on the content of what they were presenting and how they were delivering it, as opposed to just putting a bunch of words in a presentation. So that was my experience for Lesson 7. I hope everyone else had some good presentations. I will check in again in a couple weeks and share my ideas for Lesson 9. Bye!